أكبر اليوم يوم الفضل الأشهر فيه تلالى النور الأنور سماه المولى بهذا الاسم اليوم عيد غدير خم اليوم يوم الإفصاح اليوم يوم الإيضاح كشف المقام العالي الصراح مقام مولى عرب وعجم اليوم عيد غدير خم اليوم أكمل ذو العرش دينا للعهد فيه مد يمينا يا فوز مرء أوفى يمينا لله مغتنما أي غنمي اليوم عيد غدير خمي هذا يوم العهد المعهود هذا يوم الجمع المشهود ورد العفو فيه مورود غيث الرحمة فيه يا هامي اليوم عيد غدير خمي فيه ارتقى في المنبر طه من جاء للرسل أجمع شاها معه مولا إياه شاها بسم الله تعالى صومي اليوم عيد غدير خمي قام وقال للناس قولا إني بكم منكم أولى من كنت مولاه هذا المولى مولاه من حكم ربي حكمي اليوم عيد غدير خمي هل غيره للإله صفه هل غيره للزهراء كفه هل غيره للنبي صنه فيه قال لحمك لحمي اليوم عيد غدير خمي لله من عين الغين يد الإله حقا والعين كم ولا كم في الورى من عيني فجرها من جود وعلم اليوم عيد غدير خمي كان وكن ما كان وجود ناداه عمل خلق وجود حق عليه له سجود عز اسمه عن مسمى الوهم اليوم عيد غدير خمي نادي عليا नाद आलिया लिल्लाहि अज़्ज़ा व जल्ला वलिया युसरिख का मौलल खल्क़ वहिया यकफ़े का कुल्ला मिन व गमी अल यौमा ईदो गदीर खुमी या मन बिस्मिर रहमान सोमी इक्शिफ मौला या हमी व गमी आतिक मिन नारे नफसी व जिस्मी फादत का नफसी अबी व उम्मी अल यौमा ईदो गदीर खुमी अब्दो का हदा इलैका लाजी इय्याका दूना सेवा का राजी ऐक़ाना सिद्क़न अन्नहु नाजी याफ़ुल्लाहु लहु कुल्ला इस्मी अल यौमा ईदो गदीर खुमी लाहुम्मा बारिक लिल मुमिनीना फी ज़ल यौमे वल मुक़िनीना मन आहदुल्लाह यक़ीना मुर्तसिमीना बेखैर रस्मी अल यौमा ईदो गदीर खुमी सल्ले अला अहमद व अख़ीह मन क़द वक़ा मा काना यख़ीह व ताहिरीना गुर बनीह मा अशरक़ल उफ़क़ा नूरुन नजमी अल यौमा ईदो गदीर खुमी यौम ईद गदीर खुम छे हुरमत घनी जेनी रबना कसम छे एहमा करी पूरी रब ये नेअम छे बंदाओ पर की दी नजरे करम छे यौम ईद गदीर खुम छे आजे छे ईदुल्लाहिल अकबर आदिन्नु अल्लाह फضल छे अशहर आलम में चमकी गयूं नूरे अनवर एहना सबब फर के दीनो आलम छे यौम ईद गदीर खुम छे मिंबर ऊपर मुस्तफ़ाए में बोला मैं छूता मारा जानो सियाला मैं जेनो मौला अली एहना मौला आमारा रब सी आयो हुकुम छे आयो में ईद गदीर खुम छे दिन मा कामिल करूँ रब ये दीने विस्तारो अहद ने लेवा यमीने फाइज छे वो जे ये आपी यमीने लिल्लाह वफा की दुए मुग़तनिम छे आयौ में ईद गदीर खुम छे मुश्किल कुशाए दो आलम अली छे मौला हमारा खुदा ना वली छे ना मसीह ना बलाओ टली छे बाकी हवे कोई हम छे ना गम छे आयो में ईदे गदीर खुम छे फखरुल हुदा शहदाए ज़मा छे हक बस वाह छे मौला जहाँ छे खल्क मा शहसी कायम आमा छे एहनी मदहसी कासिर कलम छे आयो में ईदे गदीर खुम छे मौलाना ताहिर सदा रहे सलामत नेमत में हरदम रहे बाकरामत राफत नो सायो रहे ता क़यामत नासियाबाद दीनो हरम छे आयो में ईदे गदीर खुम छे पढ़ता हूँ सलावात नबी पर हैदर करार रहना वसी पर एक एक इमाम ने दाई रदी पर बज़अत तमाम करे नज़म छे आयो में ईदे गदीर खुम छे ले जा बादे सबा बंदगी कम तर की होए जहाँ क़ब्र हैदर की सजदा बजा वहाँ तस्लीम करके जहाँ क़ब्र हैदर की बेकसों का काफ़िला जा रहा है शाम को बेकसों का काफ़िला जा रहा है शाम को करबो बला सलाम शाह से कहना पयाम भाई मेरे तिश्ना काम करती है ज़ैनब सलाम बेकसों का काफ़िला जा रहा है शाम को यानी बेकसों का काफ़िला जा रहा है शाम को नैनवा रखना ख्याल क़ब्र न हो पाए माल दफन है बानू का लाल है यही तुझसे सवाल बेकसों का काफ़िला जा रहा है शाम को बाहसनिन या नज़ीरा नज़ीरे वलौला वजूदो कफ़ाता नज़ीरा वया क़मरन बाद ज़ाका सिराजे मुनीरन बदाले दयाजी मुबीरा वया साहिबल बैयनातिल लज़ी युरीना नईमन व मुल्क كبيرا أجر عبدك المصطفى ما الذي يتابع كمال الورى مستجيرا وأخرج من أرضه فيكم فجاب البراري إليكم فقيرا فكن لي معينا ولي الإله على الظالمين وكن لي نصيرا وخرب ديار الطغاة البغاة ودمر كبيرهم والصغيرا إلهي شفعت بهذا الوصي فشفع شفيع السميع البصيرا.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وبه وبوليه وداعيه نستعين في جميع الأمور. الحمد لله وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى. الله خير عما يشركون. بديع السماوات والأرض وإذا قضى أمرا فإنما يقول له كن فيكون. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وعلي وعلى آل محمد وآل علي حتى لا يبقى من التسليم شيء. وسلم وبارك وارحم وترحم على محمد وعلي وآل محمد وعلي حتى لا يبقى من التسليم والبركة والرحمة والترحم شيء كما صليت وسلمت وباركت ورحمت وترحمت على إبراهيم وآل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. بالميم والعين والحائن والفاء نيل لما أنا راجيه والفاء بالخمسة الحجوب اللاتي بها احتجبت ذات الذوات فأبدت نور العلاء مطالع النور من كان الظهور بها للمنصت السامع الواعي وللرائي تلك المقامات عند العارفين بها وسيلتي في معادي يوم رجعي. اليوم عيد غدير خم سامي الفضل الكثير الجم فيه نص النبي الأمي جهرا على صنوه ابن العم. اليوم عيد غدير خم سمي ذي العرش العظيم عليا ما كنت إلا نوره الأزليا ما كنت إلا للنبي محمد قسما برب العالمين وصيا. إن الأولى والوه في الفردوس هم يجنون دابا من جناه جنيا. إن الأولى عادوه أهل النار هم أولى بها أبد النور أبد الدهور صليا. هذا هو النور الإلهي الذي في وجه آدم قد أنار مضيا. هذا هو النبأ العظيم وبذاك نبأنا نبي الله جل نبيا. نص النبي عليه نصا واضحا بغدير خم كالنهار جليا. إن أزعجتك ملمة أو كربة ورجوت تنفيسا فنادي عليا. يا ذا المعالي يا أمير المؤمنين أغث صريخ المؤمنين وحيا يا ساقيا لوليه من كوثر الخلد اسقني منه بفضلك ريا يا فوز مرء مؤمن هو يذكر المولى عليا بكرة وعشيا أنسيم بلغ بالخضوع سلامنا مولى الأنام إذا بلغت غريا أنسيم بلغ بالخضوع سلامنا لنبينا طه مزارا أطهرا أنسيم بلغ بالخضوع إمامنا أسنى سلام بالسجود مذهبين بالمصطفى والمرتضى وابنيهما الحسنين والزهراء دمت وليا وإمة الحق الرضا من ولدهم من قد أتوا في العالمين نصيا صلى الإله على النبي وحيدر وبنيهما ما الحق دام عليا وظائفنا تسبيح أسمائكم أيا بني المصطفى دابا ونعم الوظائف بتأييدكم نستطيع درس علومكم وتقوى على التقوى أقوانا الضعائف وطول بقاء الفخر فينا فإنه لقطب الهدى والدين برهانه الأقوى فأبقاه رب العرش في كل نعمة وأعداؤه بالنار جبهاتهم تكوى وصلى على طه وعترته الأولى هم النعمة العظمى هم الغاية القصوى يا إمام الهدى أقم عمادي واجعل التسكين في خلدي لست معتمدا على أحد لست معتمدا على أحد ليس إلا عليك معتمدي وأتيتك يا ابن فاطمة مستمدا فأوفني مددي مؤمنين جماعة, my brothers and sisters in faith, worshippers of Allah Ta'ala, the chosen ummah, ummat khasa of Allah's chosen one, Mustafa Muhammad Rasul. The Shia Khulasa of Amir al-Mumineen, Ali ibn Abi Talib, Rasulullah's Wasi Amin, Rasulullah's legatee, his successor, his brother, his wazir. Maulana Tahir Saifuddin says in his qasida, وَأَخًا لَهُ مَا كُنْتَ إِلَّا لِلنَّبِيِّ مُحَمَّدٍ قَسَمًا بِرَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ وَصِيًّا وَأَخًا لَهُ وَمُوَازِرًا وَخَلِيفَةً وَكَذَاكَ سِحْرًا مُكْرَمًا وَوَلِيًّا.
ما كنت إلا للنبي محمد قسما برب العالمين وليا وأخا له وموازرا وخليفة وكذاك سحرا مكرما ووليا.
Mumineen, we are the Shia of Amir al-Mumineen Ali ibn Abi Talib, who was appointed on this Mubarak day, Eid Ghadeer Khum, the greatest Eid of Islam. Eidullah al-Akbar. Amir al-Mumineen is Rasulullah's wasi, his legatee, his successor. وَأَخًا لَهُ وَمُوَازِرًا وَخَلِيفَةً. He is Rasulullah's brother. He is his Hamshan, in the same high station as Rasulullah. إنه المصطفى المختار في شيم المجد عديل محملي.
إنه المصطفى المختار في شيم المجد عديل محملي.
Syedi Imaduddin says, and this is the true belief, the correct belief, that Muhammad and Ali, hum palla, at the same level, the same high station. Maulana Taher Fakhruddin says, you are his brother. We attest that you are Rasulullah's brother, his wazir, his khalifa, his successor. وَكَذَاكَ سَهْرًا مُكْرَمًا وَوَلِيًّا. You are Rasulullah's son-in-law. By virtue of Ali's marriage with Fatima, Rasulullah's daughter. Ali's successors, the Imams, are in the succession in the lineage of Muhammad and Ali. Mumineen, we are fortunate. Zahe Nasib. Great is our fortune that we are the Shia of Amir al-Mumineen Ali ibn Abi Talib, for whom Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has said, Shi'atu Aliyin humul faizun. The Shia of Ali are indeed victorious. Those who believe in Ali, in his succession, those who have love, muhabbat for Ali, they are indeed victorious. Fawzan azima, the greatest victory, najat, salvation is for them. Mumineen, we are the chosen ummat of Muhammad, we are the true Shia of Ali, because we are the devotees of Ali's successor. Hassan and Hussein, we are the devotees of Panjat and Pak, Muhammad, Ali, Fatima, Hassan and Hussein. Their names, we do the tasbih, the litany of their names every day, every night. Our children, when we take them to bed, we recite the names of our Panjatan, Khamsat Athar, and their successors, one Imam after the other, until the 21st Imam, Tayyib Abul Qasim Amir al-Mumineen, and his successors, one Imam after another, appointed by Nas, the same Nas that was conferred upon Amir al-Mumineen in Ghadeer Khum. That succession, that divine succession, that divine designation, Nas, continues from one Imam after another, until the Imam of our age, Imam Zaman, Tayyibul Asr wal Aman, Khalifatul Rahman. The 21st Imam entered into the cave of seclusion, Kahfut Taqiyya, for many reasons. But he did not do so before establishing the da'wat upon the hands of Du'at Mutlaqeen. Tayyib Imam's father, Amir Imam, instructed Maulatna Hurratul Malika to establish the succession of Du'at, Da'il Mutlaq, who would sit on the chair of the Imam, on the throne of the Imam, and establish his da'wah in his name. Maulatna Hurratul Malika appointed the first da'i by the instruction of Amir Imam, by the nas of the Imam, Syedna Zoeb, and took an oath from him that one da'i will not pass away before appointing his successor, one who is like him, so that the da'wat of the Imam will be established in every day and age. Mumineen, we are fortunate that we are devotees of Panjat and Pak, followers of their successors, the Imams, and followers of their representatives in this time of seclusion, their Du'at Mutlaqeen. One da'i after another, until the 51st da'i, Shamsud Du'at Mutlaqeen, Maulana Taher Fakhruddin. His successor, 52nd da'i, Syedna Muhammad Burhanuddin. His successor, appointed by Nas, the Nas of Maulana Taher Fakhruddin and Maulana Muhammad Burhanuddin. The 53rd Da'i Mutlaq, Syedna Qutbuddin, Ridwanullahi alayhim ajma'in. And Mumineen, we are fortunate that we are followers of their successor, the successor of all Du'at Kiram, the recipient of the nas of A'immat Tahirin, the one entrusted with their knowledge, entrusted with the establishment of the da'wat, entrusted with entrusted to guide mu'mineen in this day and age. Da'i Zaman, the Da'i of our age, says now Maulana Abu Khuzaimah Tahir Fakhruddin Ata'Allah Waqahu Sharif ila Yawmiddin. Mu'mineen, on this Mubarak day, Ghadeer Khum, we offer Tahniyat, Mubarak Badi, felicitations to Imam al-Zaman's Da'i Maulana Tahir Fakhruddin. And Mu'mineen, I convey my Mubarak Badi, my felicitations to all of you, that may Allah Ta'ala shower us with the blessings, the barakat of Yawm Eid Ghadeer Khum. By Allah Ta'ala's grace and benevolence, we are gathered today with the raza of Imam al-Zaman's Da'i, the successor of Du'at Mutlaqeen, Maulana Tahir Fakhruddin. We are gathered today to do tasbih of the name of Amir al-Mumineen, to declare our devotion, to reaffirm our commitment to Imam al-Zaman and his Da'i, to reaffirm our commitment and devotion to the father of A'immat Tahirin, Amir al-Mumineen, Ali ibn Abi Talib, to renew our misaq, Mu'mineen, on this Mubarak day we are gathered. We are taking barakat. We reaffirm these beliefs. We reaffirm our love, our muhabbat for our Mawali Tahirin. This love and the declaration of this love has great reward. Mu'mineen, this zikr, this riwayat, we often recite. We recite it because we believe that this applies to us. When we with sincerity declare our love for our Mawali Tahirin, this reward that I will narrate now is for us, each one of us. Ja'far al-Sadiq Imam alayhi salam said that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was one day in Medina. He was surrounded by his ashab, by his companions, by his followers, Muslimin, until he saw that there is a darkness, a dark cloud that is descending from the skies. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam stood along with his ashab, following that darkness, that cloud, until they reached what the cloud was shading. It was a janaza. It was a funeral procession. A casket carried only by four slaves. There is no one walking behind it. They were asked, who is this deceased? Whose janaza is this? They answered, Ya Rasulullah. This was a lowly, humble servant of Bani Riyah, the clan of Bani Riyah, the family of Bani Riyah. He did not take care of himself. Musrifun ala nafsi. And he derelicted his duties. So he was punished and imprisoned. He died, he passed away in punishment. His masters instructed us to bury him. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said at that time, Ali, Amir al-Mumineen, is with him. Ya Ali, unzur ilayh, la'allaka an ta'rifahu. Open the shroud and look at and see his face. Perhaps you will know him. Perhaps you will recognize him. Amir al-Mumineen saw the face and saw that still he had a talk in his neck. He was bondage in his neck, shackles in his legs. Amir al-Mumineen at that time said, Bala wallahi ya Rasulullah. Wallahi, Rasulullah, inni la a'rifuhu. I indeed recognize him. Ma laqituhu qattu illa wa qala li. Whenever I met him, whenever I saw him, he would say to me, Ana wallahi uhibbuka. I swear by the Almighty, wallahi, ana wallahi uhibbuka. I love you, I bear love for you. Ana wallahi uhibbuka. Wa ashhadu annahu la yuhibbuka illa mu'min wa la yubghiduka illa kafir. And I declare and attest, I bear witness that only a mu'min, a believer will love you. And only a kafir, a disbeliever, will bear enmity for you. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam replied that Ali, la jarama annahu qad nafa'ahu dhalik. Surely his declaration has today benefited him. Hadha wallahi sab'una qabilan min al-malaika. Rasulullah, referring to the darkness, the cloud, said that these are 70 tribes of malaikat, angels. In each tribe, 70,000 angels. They have descended from the heavens to take part in his janazah, to pray janazah namaz on him, yusalluna alayh. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam instructed that what he was bound with should be removed from his neck, from his legs. And Rasulullah himself led janazah namaz for him, prayed for him, buried him, watarahama alayh, prayed rahmat on him. Mumineen, muminat, with this ma'rifat, with this knowledge that Ali is muhabbat, Ali's muhabbat ensures salvation for us. Ali's muhabbat safeguards us from the hellfire. Aliyun, as it is composed in the Qasida, Aliyun hubbuhu junna, qasimun nari wal jannah, wasiyul Mustafa haqqan, imamun nasi wal jinnah. Mumineen, muminat, we are here gathered today to declare this love, this muhabbat for Amir al-Mumineen. Inni wallahi uhibbuka ya Amir al-Mumineen. Mawla Ali, each one of us in our heart bears love for you. On the day of judgment, in Qiyamat, as we recited Maulana Taher Fakhruddin's abiyat, we beseech you, Ya saqiyan li waliyihi min kawtharil khuld isqini min hobe fadle kariya. On the day of
ساقيا لوليه من كوثر الخلد اسقني منه بفضلك ريا.
Amir al-Mumineen, we beseech you, Ya saqiyan li waliyihi, You are the one. You are Saqi Kauthar, the one who gives us the drink of Kauthar, the heavenly drink of Kauthar. By your grace, to your humble servant, when I reach my heavenly abode, grant me the drink of Kauthar. Mumineen, this bisharat, this glad tiding is for us. We are the followers of Amir al-Mumineen. We bear in our hearts the love of Amir al-Mumineen, the muhabbat of Amir al-Mumineen. And we bear in our heart the muhabbat of his successors. Mumineen, it is narrated that in the Hazrat of Muhammad al-Baqir Imam, one of his Shia, one of his followers, one of his devotees, Ziyad bin al-Aswad, entered in his Hazrat. His feet were bleeding. They were full of sores and blisters. Baqir Imam asked him, Ma hadha ya Ziyad? How are you in this state, Ziyad? Ziyad answers, Maulaya, oh my Maula, I only had a small ride which could not carry my weight. I put my belongings on this ride and I walked most of the way. That is why my feet are bleeding and full of blisters. I did not have enough to buy a better ride. Baqir Imam, his eyes welled up with tears at that time. Ziyad submitted to the Imam, Ja'alani Allahu fidak. My soul is sacrificed for you. Inni wallahi kathiru dhunub musrifun ala nafsi. My sins, my transgressions are indeed many. Until sometimes I wonder, Rubbama qultu qad halaktu, that I am finished, that I will not survive, that I will not achieve paradise. ثم أذكر ولايتي إياكم وحبي لكم أهل البيت فأرجو بذلك المغفرة. In that state, I remember my walayat, my muhabbat for you, Ahlul Bayt, the Imams. By virtue of that, by your wasila, I seek maghfirah, I seek the Almighty's forgiveness. Muhammad al-Baqir Imam at that time came towards him and said, Subhanallah, wa halid deenu illa al-hub. Halid deenu illa al-hub. Halid deenu illa al-hub. Is religion, is faith anything but muhabbat, but love? Halid deenu illa al-hub. Religion is love. Our faith is love. Mumineen, in this majlis, the majlis where we declare our muhabbat, our walayat for Amir al-Mumineen, salawatullahi alayhim. Our Imams, in this majlis, this statement of the Imam, Halid deenu illa al-hub. Religion, faith is muhabbat. We will do bayan of 3 chapters on muhabbat, on Halid deenu illa al-hub. Faith is muhabbat. Faith is love. We often hear this. We often recite and narrate this riwayat. We often make this statement that faith, Religion is muhabbat, is love. What is the meaning of this statement? To step back, what is the meaning of love? 3 chapters, insha'Allah, we will do zikr today. The bayan will be in summary. There are many bayans, many details, deep knowledge of Ali Muhammad. Seeking the aid, yari, of Imam Zaman's da'i, we do bayan today. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Mumineen. Imam Ahmad al-Mastur, his Rasail Ikhwan al-Safa, the epistles of the brethren of purity. In those epistles, in those Rasail, 52 risalas are there, 52 epistles. The 53rd is Jami'atul Jami'ah, the one that encompasses all of them. One of those risalas is Risalatul Ishq, the risala on love. Ishq is an Arabic word that denotes deep love, devoted love, passionate love, unsurpassed love. To the extent that the Ikhwan al-Safa, the brethren of purity, the Imam alayhi salam in his Risala says that some people define ishq as madness. Because someone who is so enveloped or so deeply in love sometimes does things that are understood by most, that are seen by most people as madness. Imam alayhi salam says that many philosophers, people of wisdom, have tried to define ishq and love. Some denounce it because it leads people to do extreme things, take extreme steps. Many praise it. The Ikhwan al-Safa, Imam alayhi salam says that ishq this deep love is such that the one who is in love, his soul forgets everything except his beloved, does not think of anything except his beloved. Imam alayhi salam Mumineen, I am doing bayan in summary, in short form. There is much depth in this bayan. Imam alayhi salam says that the people of wisdom define ishq, this deep love, as strong love for something or someone, leaving everything else on the side. Imam alayhi salam says that to some degree or the other, each human being, everyone has love. The Imam then defines love. That the true definition or the correct definition of love is this: love and deep and devoted love. is a desire هو شدة الشوق إلى الاتحاد, is a desire by the one who loves to become one and be united with the beloved. Imam alayhi salam says that in human relationships we see this, that when one person loves another, they want to be together, closer, closer, especially a love between a man and a woman until they become married and are ever closer. Imam alayhi salam says that love emanates from the soul. It is not something that is materialistic. There can be love of materialism. So the Imam alayhi salam says that the human soul, there are many different aspects of the human soul. In this context, the Imam speaks of three aspects: the nafs shahwaniya, the nafs shahwaniya, that is the soul that desires pleasures, worldly pleasures. It is in love with food and drink and physical pleasures between man and woman. The other aspect of the soul, nafs haywaniya, ghadabiya, the animalistic soul. It seeks power over others. And the third, the nafs natiqa, the intellectual soul, that desires ma'arif, knowledge, that desires fadail, virtues. Imam alayhi salam says that this love, the love of the nafs natiqa, this ishq, this deep love, he says that this love is a virtue manifested within creation. وَالْعِشْقُ فَضِيلَةٌ ظَهَرَتْ فِي الْخَلِيقَةِ وَحِكْمَةٌ جَلِيلَةٌ وَخَصْلَةٌ نَفْسَانِيَّةٌ عَجِيبَةٌ. It is a sublime wisdom and a wondrous quality of the soul. It is among God's favors upon his creatures. مِنْ فَضْلِ اللَّهِ عَلَى خَلْقِهِ وَعِنَايَتِهِ بِمَصَالِحِهِمْ, his care for their well-being, a sign directing them to him, and an inducement drawing them toward him in pursuit of ever greater bounty. Mumineen, the Imam alayhi salam continues that the intellectual soul, the one which seeks ma'arif, knowledge, learning, seeks the answers to the greater questions, the purpose of life, why we are here, how did this creation come to be, that perceives all the different kinds of love, the loves of animals, and humans are mammals except for their intellect, their love and desire to procreate, the love of parents for their children, one of the greatest forms of love. It is narrated that it is to bear a child, a mother is pregnant for 9 months. And the pain of labor what parents have to bear in raising the child, the hardships they have to endure, the sleepless nights. Those of us who are parents know, have been through that. But what drives parents to do that? It is their inbuilt, intrinsic love that Allah Ta'ala has built into the souls of parents. You see that in animals also, that love for their offspring. Another type of love, a desire for power, the desire for traders in their trade. People enjoy their business, their trade. Some people even at night dream of their business. The markets are still running even late at night. Artisans, love of their craft. There are people who are so devoted to their craft and their art. They spend their whole life perfecting their art. The Japanese love for making beautiful knives is well known. And there are many such arts. But all of these are worldly matters. The ulama, the true scholars, academics also, they strive to learn more, investigate. And that has led scientists to so many discoveries. That love of knowledge, that love of discovery. Our Imam Ahmad al-Mastur says, the true love, however, while all those who are created seek to perpetuate their love, the nafs shahwaniya, the soul that desires pleasures, seeks to have endless pleasures. The nafs haywaniya, the animalistic soul, seeks to remain in power always, seeks to procreate, seeks to remain alive in this material world always. We see in the medical sciences also much research dedicated to prolonging life here. And there are those who are willing to do anything and everything for that. Imam alayhi salam says, the intellectual soul, that also wishes to remain. But it wishes to remain forever in eternity, not in the physical world, in the spiritual world, in the afterlife, in the akhirah. How so? Because the intellectual soul, in its yearning for knowledge, it asks these primary questions. Where did we come from? How did we come to be? Arifat mabda'aha wa ma'adaha. Where are we heading to? What is the end? When receiving this knowledge from its pure source, it understands. At that point, its desire and its love, the intellectual soul, the soul seeking knowledge and virtues, its desire and its love is for its creator. For it is there we come from, and it is there we wish to return. Inna lillahi, we are from Allah. We are for Allah. Wa inna ilayhi raji'un. It is to Him that we shall return. With this knowledge, it yearns for the Almighty, as a lover yearns for his beloved. It is to this love, this ishq, this deep devotion and love, that the Quran Majid refers in the ayat, وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا أَشَدُّ حُبًّا لِلَّهِ. The people of belief, those who believe, mumineen, believers, أَشَدُّ حُبًّا لِلَّهِ. Their love for the Almighty is most ardent, it's unsurpassed, it is most intense. Mumineen, Imam alayhi salam continues that there are two broad categories of people. Those who are khas and those who are am. The general masses and those who are chosen and special. The general masses, when they behold something beautiful, beautiful architecture, marvels of nature, or a beautiful person, or are drawn to that visible beauty, they yearn to gaze on it, to be in its presence. They are drawn to it, they feel love for it. But that is where they stop. For the special people, us, people of knowledge, the divine sages, Anbiya, when they see such beauty, as the others also see in the marvels of this world, we have seen many, and when we go to places of beauty, we recently went to Montana, where Maulana Ata'Allah Waqa'u Sharif Ilahi gathered Mumineen on the occasion of Eid al-Adha, led Mumineen in prayers in Arafah and in Eid al-Adha. And we witnessed this, what I am narrating right now, what the Imam alayhi salam says. That divine sages, Anbiya, people of knowledge, when they see such beauty and the marvels of this world, they think of the one who created and shaped such beauty and wonders. They think of the Creator. When we were in Montana last week, we were fortunate to walk with Maulana in Glacier National Park, a place of immense beauty. The mountains, the trees, the greenery, the waterfalls, the streams, the wildlife. Along the walk, Maulana, there were many people. Some were slower than others because there were people of many ages, as young as a few years old, and some in their advanced age, in their 70s and maybe early 80s, late 70s maybe. Maulana at intervals stopped so that everyone would be together in the walk. While waiting, Maulana would viewing everything around him, the surrounding nature. Maulana imparted many words of wisdom. We were surrounded by trees, massive trees, beautiful trees. Maulana recited this verse, that this extraordinary place we are in, so many trees, the Quran says, وَمَا تَسْقُطُ مِنْ وَرَقَةٍ إِلَّا يَعْلَمُهَا. There is not even one leaf that falls, but the Almighty knows of it. The Quran says of the mountains, as if they are flying. Maulana said that these mountains, there is such deep meaning in the Quran. While walking through the national park, at many steps, Maulana reminded us of the great being in awe of nature, Maulana led us to be in awe of the Creator that created such a creation. There are many who say that I love nature. That is not a bad thing. But don't stop there. Think that how did this nature, this awesome creation come into being? Why did it come into being? Ask those questions and then seek the answers. Our Hudat Kiram have those answers. Mumineen, the Imam alayhi salam further explains that the general population, their state, the state of their souls is such that they love worldly beauty and adornments, and they prefer to stay within the confines of this world. In this realm, because they know nothing beyond it. They do not comprehend what lies outside it. And most don't even try. As for the knowledgeable people, the intellectual people, our divine guides and those who follow them and learn from them, they do not long for this world because they know that this world will end. Instead, they long for the hereafter, which is forever. They know that the entire universe, this whole creation, the universe, the celestial spheres, is spinning, is rotating, returning to the Almighty, yearning for the Almighty. In that, the Ikhwan Safa, Imam Ahmadul Masroor alayhi salam says that in this context, the greatest beloved, the first beloved, Ma'ashuq Awwal, is Allah Ta'ala, the Almighty. Halid Deeno illa al-hub. Religion, faith is muhabbat, is love. The cornerstone of our faith is the love of our Creator, the Almighty, and our desire to reunite with Him. Mumineen, in Shahr Ramadan al-Muazzam in particular, when we recite Bihori prayers, when we pray Bihori, Nisful Layl, the du'as of our Hudat, in that we recite, وَقَدْ خَلَا حَبِيبٌ بِحَبِيبٍ. In the darkness of this night, a lover is alone with the beloved. We are in the presence of Ma'ashuq Awwal, our divine beloved, the Almighty. And His doors are always open. Allah Ta'ala is Arhamur Rahimeen. We begin always by saying Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of the Almighty, Rahman, the most compassionate, the most merciful. This whole world, we are the people of knowledge. Maulana Taher Fakhruddin in his Majalisul Hikmah, there is a majlis on Ma'ashuq Awwal, the first beloved. There is a majlis on our belief in the Almighty. In his Majalis, Maulana Taher Fakhruddin has explained glimpses of haqiqat, that this world is the second creation, that those who have fallen in this material world, Allah Ta'ala, His boundless rahmat and compassion, has created this world so that we may again rise and elevate our souls to our origin. Return to Alamul Aqal to the eternal world, to the hereafter. Mumineen, may Allah Ta'ala make us amongst those people whose intellectual souls, whose souls, yes, we have love for many things, but may our deepest love be for the Almighty, for our Creator. May that love enable us to prioritize akhirat, to seek to return to our origins from this world of troubles, mehnat, musibat, hardships, to a world where there is eternal bliss, to Jannat, to achieve our purpose in our life.
ساعتیں دائم روحا
هل الدين إلا الحب. That is the first chapter. The hub, faith is love, religion is love. Love for Ma'shuq Awwal, the first beloved, the Creator, the Almighty. Now, the second chapter, هل الدين إلا الحب. Who is it that leads us to the Almighty? Who is it that guides us to declare the Tawheed, the oneness, the omnipotence of the Almighty? Who is it who guides us to seek His forgiveness, His rahmat, to worship Him? It is Allah Ta'ala's awliya, His messengers, Anbiya, Mursaleen, Nutaqa. And Sayyidul Anbiya wal Mursaleen, the master of the prophets, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam. It is narrated that Adam is Safiullah, the pure one, Allah's chosen one. Nuh, Najiullah, the one who Allah saved, Najiullah, from Najat. Ibrahim, Khalilullah. Khalil is friend. Allah Ta'ala, Ibrahim's maqam is such that Ibrahim is known as Khalilullah. Khudana dost, Allah's friend. These titles are not mere titles, they attest to the high station of these Nutaqa, Mumineen. Musa Kalimullah, the one who spoke in munajat with the Almighty. وَقَرَّبْنَاهُ نَجِيًّا. Isa Ruhullah, the soul, the spirit of the Almighty. Muhammad, Rasulullah. But Muhammad is also known as Habibullah. Ibrahim, Mustaqar, Imam, Natiq, his station is very high. He is known as Allah's Khalil, his friend. Muhammad is Allah's Habib, his beloved. Muhammad is the master of the messengers. Muhammad, the first chapter, the love of the Almighty. The second chapter, how does it connect? The Quran Majid says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In kuntum tuhibbun Allah, fattabi'uni yuhbibkumullah. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is instructed to say in the Quran that if you bear love for the Almighty, the Almighty's command is this is in the Quran, fattabi'uni, follow me, yuhbibkumullah, the Almighty will love you. The Quran Majid also says, Fazkuruni azkurkum, remember me, and I will remember you. In this, the Quran says, if you love the Almighty, in kuntum tuhibbun Allah, Rasulullah then says, fattabi'uni. The Quran says this at Rasulullah's tongue. It is as if Rasulullah is saying. Rasulullah is instructed to say this. Rasulullah is instructed in the Quran to say, "Qul in kuntum tuhibbuna Allah." Say that if you love the Almighty, fattabi'uni yuhibbukumullah. Follow me. Follow my path. Follow my shari'at, my sunnat. Yuhibbukumullah. The Almighty will love you. It is said that our Mawali Tahirin say that La yuhabbu Muhammadun illa lillah. You love Muhammad. All Muslims bear in their hearts love for their messenger, Payghambar-e-Haq, their guide, Rasulullah. La yuhabbu Muhammadun illa lillah. Because Muhammad is Allah's messenger. Because they bear love for the Almighty. Because Muhammad teaches them to do tawheed and worship of the Almighty. Because Muhammad shows them the path, the shari'at, the sirat mustaqim that leads them in the hereafter to the Almighty. La yuhabbu Muhammadun illa lillah. Muhammad is loved because of Allah. Now, Muhammad, Allah Ta'ala instructed to follow Muhammad. That is the manner, that is the only way that the Almighty will love you. قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي يُحْبِبْكُمُ اللَّهُ. Rasulullah is instructed to say, I repeat, that if you love Allah, follow me, Allah will love you. Mumineen, following Rasulullah is not simply in name. Loving someone, when you love someone, and we will say more about this. We talked about the love of children. We spoke about how parents devote so much energy, time, and selflessly do so many things for their children. When you love your children, you do that. In Gujarati, we say, "Mohabbat no taqazo em chhe." That is part and parcel of love. If you love someone, you do all that you can for them. You spare no effort, no time, no energy. Now, if you truly and sincerely love Rasulullah, the Quran instructs you to follow him. Rasulullah instructs you to follow him. Then Allah will love you. If you love Rasulullah, you do as he says. You follow the path that he shows you. You pray, namaz, the 5 farizat prayers, taharat, salat, zakat, som, hajj, jihad, ritual purity, purity of character. All of those Rasulullah has shown us the path to. We must follow him in taharat, purity, ritual purity, purity of character, purity of intent. Salat, prayer, remembrance of the Almighty, 5 times a day. Zakat, giving zakat as Rasulullah is instructed to Rasulullah, Rasulullah's successor today. Helping those who are less fortunate than us. Saum, fasting, especially in Ramadan. Hajj, pilgrimage to Makkah. Insha'Allah, the days of Hajj are just behind us. May Allah Ta'ala grant us the good fortune of doing pilgrimage, Hajj to Makkah Mukarramah, doing ziyarat of Rasulullah in Medina Munawwara. Jihad, to stand steadfast for the truth, for the principles we believe in. Alongside Sahibud Dawat, Imam Zaman in his seclusion, his da'i. And Jihadun Nafs, the nafs that we talked about that pulls to materialistic desires, away from the intellect and the love of the Almighty. Fight that battle. That is the greatest jihad. Mumineen, our love for Rasulullah. We love Rasulullah because he is Allah's messenger. For Allah. And Allah Ta'ala instructs us that if you love the Almighty, in kuntum tuhibbun Allah, fattabi'uni yuhbibkum Allah. Follow Rasulullah. And Allah Ta'ala will reciprocate your love. In this world, when our love is reciprocated by another human being, the feeling and fulfillment of that is indescribable. Now consider that if you love the Almighty will reciprocate that love if you follow his awliya, Rasulullah. That you have that love in your heart for him, and that you do all that love entails. Mumineen, I spoke of taharat, salat, zakat, som, hajj, jihad. The 6 pillars. And the 7th pillar, walayat. Today is the day of that pillar. That walayat Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam declared on this day. The muhabbat of Rasulullah, the walayat of Rasulullah, and the walayat of his successor, Amir al-Mumineen. Mumineen, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has said, one day he looked at Rasulullah looked at Amir al-Mumineen and said, Sayyidun fid dunya, Sayyidun fil akhirah. A master in this world, a master in akhirat, in the hereafter. Ya Ali, O Ali, man ahabbaka ahabbani. The one who loves you, the one who bears your love in his heart, has indeed loved me. Wa muhibbi habibullah. The one who loves me is the one who the Almighty loves. Man ahabbaka ahabbani wa muhibbi habibullah. Then Rasulullah continued, وَمَنْ أَبْغَضَكَ أَبْغَضَنِي وَمُبْغِضِي عَدُوُّ اللَّهِ. And the one who bears enmity to you, bears enmity to me. And the one who bears enmity to me is Allah's enemy. وَالْوَيْلُ لِمَنْ أَبْغَضَكَ. The one who bears enmity to you, he will indeed be damned. It is said in our kitabs that in the time of Rasulullah, Maulana Qadir Nu'man says this, that Mumineen, those who believe, those who had faith, true iman in their hearts, faith in their hearts, and munafiqeen, hypocrites, who professed that they were believers, declared that they were believers, but in their hearts they were not. They bore enmity. That in Rasulullah's time, we were able to distinguish between mu'mineen and munafiqeen, the believers and the hypocrites, by their muhabbat of Ali. Mu'mineen, Muhammad is Habibullah, the one who Allah Ta'ala, who is Allah's beloved, the one who Allah loves. Amir al-Mu'mineen, his station, as you heard, is the same station as Rasulullah. Rasulullah is the first, he is the Sabiq, And Amir al-Mumineen's shan and fadl is great. Just as Rasulullah is Habibullah, the Almighty loves him. Amir al-Mumineen's station is the same. Very briefly, I will narrate this zikr of Fath Khaybar. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, after his hijrat to Medina, his migration to Medina, he left Makkah and chose Medina as his home and abode. The Ansar of Medina supported him. After that, Rasulullah battled the mushrikeen in Badr. Allah Ta'ala gave him Fath Mubin, glorious victory. Then in Uhud, the battle of Uhud, then the mushrikeen from Quraysh surrounded and laid siege to Medina, which is known as the Battle of Khandaq, the Battle of the Trench. Allah Ta'ala granted Rasulullah victory at the hands of Amir al-Mumineen. At that time, there were within Medina, in Medina, Jews who had entered into a treaty and a pact with Rasulullah, and they betrayed Rasulullah at that time. At the time of the siege, the Battle of Khandaq. After victory in this battle, Rasulullah exiled them, sent them away. They went to a fort, a stronghold called Khaybar. There they were plotting to attack. Rasulullah laid siege to Khaybar. On the first day, he sent Abu Bakr with the command of the army. He came back. The second day, he gave the command to Umar. He came back. The Muslimin, the army at that time was concerned. Some were getting despondent. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam at that time said, لَأُعْطِيَنَّ الرَّايَةَ غَدًا رَجُلًا يُحِبُّ اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ. Tomorrow, I will give the command, the banner of this army to a man يُحِبُّ اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ, who bears sincere love for the Almighty Allah and His Rasul. Then Rasulullah added, وَيُحِبُّهُ اللَّهُ وَرَسُولُهُ, a man whom Allah and His Rasul bear love for. Muhammad Habibullah, Allah's beloved, Ali, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, is the one who I love, the Almighty loves. Karrarun ghayru farrar. Karrar means, it's often used to describe a horse also, a horse that goes ahead and races ahead, never turning back. Ghayru farrar, will never run away. Yaftahillahu ala yadayhi. Khaybar, at his hands Allah Ta'ala will grant me victory in Khaybar. All eyes were raised that who is this person that Rasulullah says loves the Almighty and His Prophet, but that the Almighty and His Rasul love him. Who is this person? The next morning, Rasulullah called for Amir al-Mumineen Ali ibn Abi Talib. Rasulullah, when he called for him, someone submitted to Rasulullah, did aras that Amir al-Mumineen's eyes, he has some illness in his eyes. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam called Amir al-Mumineen. Did shifa in Ali's eyes? and prayed for him. Instantly, Amir al-Mumineen attained Shifa. And Amir al-Mumineen used to say that after this, I have never had any trouble or any difficulty or disease in my eyes, by the blessing and the barakat of Rasulullah's Shifa. Now, Amir al-Mumineen, holding Rasulullah's banner, marched towards Khaybar. A well-known knight of Khaybar was one called Marhab. He came and Amir al-Mumineen started battle with Marhab. As they were battling, Marhab struck Amir al-Mumineen's shield. And it got bent and broken. Amir al-Mumineen at that time grabbed the large door of the fort of Khaybar as a shield. And then he struck Marhab. They were all defeated, and at Amir al-Mumineen's hands, Allah Ta'ala gave victory to Rasulullah upon Khaybar. It is narrated that this door that Amir al-Mumineen held it as a shield, that the next day, 8 men tried to lift it and they could not. Amir al-Mumineen returned to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam victorious. And Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam kissed Amir al-Mumineen's forehead. Mumineen, we follow Rasulullah. Rasulullah is Allah's beloved, Allah's chosen one. We follow Ali, because Ali is Rasulullah's chosen one. The one Rasulullah loves. Ali is Allah's chosen one, the one Allah loves. Mumineen, I'm reminded of the words many centuries later of Ali's Da'i Syedna Muhammad Burhanuddin. After Syedna Taher Fakhruddin's wafat, Syedna Muhammad Burhanuddin took the first misaq of Mumineen in his name on the 17th of Sha'ban. In that misaq, he appointed Babaji Sahib Maulana Khuzaima Qutbuddin as his mazoon, and with clear indicated that he was his successor, referring to him 3 times as al-Waladul Ahab, my beloved son. Ahab, my beloved son, my beloved son. On this momentous occasion, on the Takhte Imami. But Maulana Taher Fakhruddin, Maulana Muhammad Burhanuddin said even more. An audio recording of that is available for anyone to hear. There are those today, even knowing that Rasulullah has said so many ahadith, traditions, revealing the high station of Amir al-Mumineen. Aliyun minni bi manzilati Haruna min Musa. Aliyun minni bi manzilati Ruhi min Badani. Ali is to my body as a soul. Ali, Ana Madinatul Ilmi wa Aliyun Babuha. I am the city of knowledge. Ali is its door, entryway. Ali is to me as Harun was to Musa. And what we just narrated, where Rasulullah said that Rajulun yuhibbullaha wa rasulahu wa yuhibbuhu Allah wa rasuluhu. A man who loves Rasulullah and the Almighty, and whom Rasulullah and the Almighty love. And yet there are those who followed others. Yet there are those who do not recognize Ali as Rasulullah's successor. Maulana Muhammad Burhanuddin referred to Babaji Sahib as al-Waladul Ahab, my beloved son. There are those who say that this was a slip of the tongue. Qata'allahu lisanahum. May such people who are speaking such words about Syedna Burhanuddin be punished. Syedna Burhanuddin in that bayan said that I am speaking and I am doing this with the ilham and ta'id, the inspiration, the divine direction of the Imam. He referred to Babaji Sahib as al-Waladul Ahab, my beloved son. Ahab is most beloved. Habib is loved. Ahab is most beloved. Al-Waladul Ahab, my most beloved son. Then he said, my noble brother, Khuzaima Bhaisaheb, as-Sinwul Ajal. But Syedna Burhanuddin also added this. Before naming Babaji Sahib, he said that I am appointing al-Waladul Ahab, Zul Fadlil Mubin, Dhul Ra'ir Rasin, whose virtues are great. Wal Mukhlisu fi ta'atihi lida'il asr wal hin, the one who is sincere in the obedience and ta'at of Da'il Asr. Sinwul Aghar, my radiant brother, Amjad, Je Walad Ahabj, the one who is my most beloved son. Dhul Fadlil Mubin, Dhul Ra'ir Rasin, Syedna Burhanuddin repeated this. Je potana Da'il Asr ni ta'at ma ikhlas na karnar. Still Syedna Burhanuddin has in this bayan not named Babaji Sahib, the one who is sincere in the ta'at of his da'i. Alladhi kana yuhibbuhu hubban kathira. Then he said this sentence in Arabic. Alladhi kana yuhibbuhu hubban kathira. The one whom he loved a lot, tremendously, kathira. Then Maulana Burhanuddin said, Kaun? Maulana Tahir Saifuddin ye farzandi ghani mohabbat karta hai. Maulana Tahir Saifuddin loved this son ghani a lot. So ye farzand nu naam ahabbul asma Maulana na nazdik thu. Ehne aapu. The name that was most loved to Maulana Tahir Saifuddin, he gave to him. Khuzaima naam aapu. Ane laqab Qutbuddin bakshu che. Gave him the name Khuzaima, gave him the laqab Qutbuddin. Maulana Muhammad Burhanuddin said these words. The audio recording is there. There are those who have said that Babaji Sahib did not bear love for Maulana Tahir Saifuddin. And here you have Syedna Muhammad Burhanuddin saying, Kana yuhibbuhu hubban kathira. Maulana Tahir Saifuddin ye farzandi ghani mohabbat karta. Maulana Tahir Saifuddin loved him so much. This is Da'il Imam, Maulana Burhanuddin speaking with the Tahid of Imam. Rasulullah spoke with wahy of the Almighty. Rajulun yuhibbuhu Allah wa rasuluhu. The one who Allah and His Rasul love. Here you have Syedna Burhanuddin attesting that Babaji Sahib was most loved by Syedna Tahir Saifuddin, that Babaji Sahib was Maulana Muhammad Burhanuddin's most beloved son. Who are you going to follow? The likes of those who usurp Maulana Ali's mimbar and mihrab? Or the one, just as you follow Ali Amir Mumineen, whom Rasulullah said is loved by Rasulullah and Allah? Are you going to follow the usurper or the one whom Syedna Burhanuddin has attested that he is my beloved, most beloved son? He is Syedna Taher Fakhruddin's most loved. Kana yuhibbuhu hubban kathira.
Yaqub.
Mumineen, misal Maulana Taher Fakhruddin. Insha'Allah, on another occasion, we will pray more from it. Maulana Taher Fakhruddin, in his letter, Mithal-e-Sharif, that he wrote to Babaji Sahib after he performed Ashara Mubaraka Khidmat, in which he said that you did bayan with the ta'id of the Imam. In that also Maulana Taher Fakhruddin signed that letter saying, Abu Muhammad waliduka. I am Abu Muhammad, the father of Muhammad, your father. And signed it, بِغَايَةِ الْحُبِّ وَالْحَنِينِ, with utmost love, hope and affection.
याकूब ने यूसुफ था प्यारा, ताहिर ना प्यारा खुज़ैमा छे, दिल बरमा आयाते ताईद देखी, लीदी बिशारत था से हुमाम, सैफ़े दीना अग यार मा फरजंद, हाथों सी तैयार करा, दावत निगादी वास्ते अहनी, तरबियत की दी बाएहतिमाम, बुरहाने दिए माजू बनाया, मस्जिद आज़म मीसाक माँ, खलवत माँ की दी नस कुतबेदी पर, बख्शी नसनी खातमे साम, वाज़ मापी बुशरा जलिया, तनवार कैने वलद आहब, सफ़क़त लीदी तो पासे बिठाया, फरमायूं एहने करो सब सलाम, बुरहाने दीना आवाज़े इशारा, उलमा सगला समझी गया, सजदों बजावे कुतुबुल हुदा ने, मौला कहीं ने बोलावे तमाम.
We offer hamd and shukr to Allah Ta'ala that we bear love for our Mawali Tahirin, whom the Almighty loves. And we also remember Rasulullah's words, Waman abghadaka abghadani, he who bears enmity for you, bears enmity for me. He who bears enmity for Syedna Burhanuddin's true successor, in reality bears enmity for Syedna Burhanuddin. Do not forget that. However close they may be. Mumineen, Muminat, today is a day that we offer hamd and shukr that Allah Ta'ala has guided us to offer misaq to Rasulullah, Amir al-Mumineen, successor, Imam al-Zaman, at the hands of his Da'i, Maulana Taher Fakhruddin. Today is the day of the walayat, the declaration of the walayat of Amir al-Mumineen. The day, Ghadeer Khum, in which this ayat was revealed, Al-Yawma akmaltu lakum deenakum wa atmamtu alaykum ni'mati wa raditu lakum al-Islam deena. Today I have completed your religion. Wa atmamtu alaykum ni'mati, my benevolence, my grace, my ni'mat is complete, is full. Wa raditu lakum al-Islam deena. The religion of Islam I have guided you to. Mumineen, as we said, taharat, salat, zakat, sawm, hajj, jihad. We follow Rasulullah in all of those. And then walayat on the day of Ghadeer Khum, returning from Hijjatul Wada, the last pilgrimage, the only pilgrimage, Hajj pilgrimage that Rasulullah performed. On the way from Makkah to Medina, Rasulullah stopped at Ghadeer Khum, a location, a place called Ghadeer Khum, a majestic location, a holy location, surrounded by mountains. Our kitab, our hudat, there are many secrets. Bhedni vato about this location. Ghadeer Khum was also logistically that location from which it was a junction from which a lot of the people who had come with Rasulullah for Hajj would then disperse to their hometowns. In Ghadeer Khum, after Hijjatul Wada, on the 18th of Zilhajj, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said to erect a mimbar. Rasulullah prayed namaz and then ascended the mimbar. Amir al-Mumineen is with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. This is after this ayat was revealed also. Ya ayyuhar Rasul balligh ma unzila ilayka min rabbik wa in lam taf'al fama ballaghta risalatah. O Nabi Muhammad, the message that you have been entrusted with, you must convey that message that has been revealed to you. If you do not, you have not conveyed any message. You have not conveyed, you have not fulfilled your duty. Ma ballaghta risalata. Wallahu ya'asimuka minan nas. Allah Ta'ala will protect you. Rasulullah ascended the mimbar, praised the Almighty, and said these words, Alastu awla bikum min anfusikum. Am I not your Mawla? Am I not greater than your souls? Am I not the master of your souls? Am I not your guide? The Muslimin, 70,000 of them replied, Bala ya Rasulullah, indeed you are. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam at that time conveyed the di'amat, the pillar of walayat, the one that completes religion. Walayat is muhabbat, walayat is ta'at. Rasulullah raised Amir al-Mumineen's hand to the extent that it is said that the whiteness of his armpits was seen. And Rasulullah said, Allah man kunta mawlahu, fahada aliyun mawlahu. Whomsoever's Mawla I was, his Mawla is Ali. Allahumma wali man walahu, aadi man aadahu, fansur man nasarahu, wakhdhul man khadalahu, wadir al-haqqa ma'ahu, haythu dar. The one who bears walayat for Ali, one who bears muhabbat for Ali, may Allah Ta'ala love him. Rasulullah prays. Wa'adi man aadahu, the one who bears enmity for Ali, may Allah Ta'ala bear enmity for him. Wansur man nasara, the one who comes to Ali's aid, serves Ali, may Allah Ta'ala come to his aid, help him. Wakhdul man khadalah, the one who does tarkiyari, instead of coming and standing beside Ali, betrays, may Allah Ta'ala betray him. Forsake him, wakhdul man khadalah. And the last prayer, وَأَدِرِ الْحَقَّ مَعَهُ حَيْثُ دَارَ. And may haqq, may truth always be with Ali, wherever he may be. Mumineen, Maulana Tahir Saifuddin used to say in his bayan, that if Rasulullah said in his prayer, in his khutbah, that may Ali be with haqq, that too would have been an extraordinary statement. But Rasulullah said this, that may haqq, may truth always be with Ali, wherever he may be. وَأَدِرِ الْحَقَّ مَعَهُ حَيْثُ دَارَ. Maulana Tahir Saifuddin said, that by saying so, Rasulullah conveyed, Haqna Qibla Ali. Ali himself is the Qibla of Haq. Ali is Haq. Wherever Ali may be, he is on Mumineen, Muminat. There is much bayan, insha'Allah, at a later, on another occasion. We will do that bayan. On this Mubarak day, we are gathered, we are fasting as per the irshad of our Hudat Kiram. Maulana Sadiq alayhi salam has said that the fasting of this day of Ghadeer Khum is as if one fasts, garners sawab, reward, as if one fasts the entirety of his life. The reward is as if one has done 100 Hajj and 100 Umrah every year. Mabrurat mutaqabbilat. Wa huwa Eidullah al-Akbar, the greatest Eid. وَمَا بَعَثَ اللَّهُ عَزَّ وَجَلَّ نَبِيًّا إِلَّا وَتَعَبَّدَ فِي هَذَا الْيَوْمِ وَعَرَّفَ حُرْمَتَهُ. Allah Ta'ala has not sent any messenger except that He has shown him the virtue and the honor of this day. In the skies, in the heavens, the name of this day is Yawmul Ahdil Ma'hud, the day of the promised covenant. Wafil Ard, in this world, the name of this day is Yawmul Misaqil Ma'khuz wal Jama'il Mashhud, the day of the taken pledge, Misaq, and the witness gathering. One who prays 2 rakats after doing ghusl at Zawal time, Zohar time on this day, Shukran Lillahi Azza wa Jalla, offering shukr and gratitude to the Almighty. In that 2 rakats, if he prays Suratul Hamd once, Qul Huwallahu Ahad 10 times, Ayatul Kursi 10 times, Inna Anzalnahu 10 times, those 2 rakats will garner the reward of 100,000 Hajj and 100,000 Umrah. Whatever someone asks from the Almighty, Hawaij dunya wa Hawaij al-akhirah, worldly hopes and aspirations, his prayers for the hereafter, Allah Ta'ala will answer them. The Imam alayhi salam also said that someone who has missed praying these 2 rakats should at a later time pray the 2 rakats. Imam alayhi salam says, وَمَنْ أَفْطَرَ مُؤْمِنًا, one who offers iftar, breaking the fast, to a mu'min, he will garner the sawab, the reward, as if he fed at'ama fayaman fayaman. And he said 10 fayaman 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 10 times. Imam alayhi salam then said, do you know what 1 fayam is? 1 fayam is 100,000. So 10 fayam is 1,000,000. As if he has fed 1,000,000 people. And that too, بِعَدَدِهِمْ مِنَ النَّبِيِّينَ وَالصِّدِّيقِينَ وَالشُّهَدَاءِ. Million of Anbiya, Siddiqeen, truthful Shuhada, fi haramillah, in the haram of the Almighty. Mumineen, we offer hamd and shukr to Allah Ta'ala that we recognize the honor, the sharaf of this day, that we are fasting today, recognizing this honor, safeguarding the knowledge of the true maqam of Amir al-Mu'mineen. We have prayed these 2 rakats in gratitude, in shukr to the Almighty, for the blessing of recognizing this day, for recognizing Amir al-Mu'mineen and his successors, for offering shukr for the blessing of iman, faith, the muhabbat of our awliya. Mu'mineen, there are many who ask that there are so many pious people who pray, who fast. Why do we say that only those who have walayat, their prayer, their rozas, their good deeds are accepted by the Almighty? Syedna al-Shirazi. There are many bayans, Mumineen, I will do in the time is short, I will do only one bayan. Syedna al-Shirazi says that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Hijjatul Wada, at that time, he had revealed and instructed Muslimin about Taharat, Salat, Zakat, Sawm, Hajj, Jihad, all the pillars of Islam. Yet, the Quran says, وَإِن لَمْ تَفْعَلْ يَا أَيُّهَا النَّبِيُّ بَلِّغْ مَا أُنزِلَ إِلَيْكَ مِنْ رَبِّكَ وَإِن لَمْ تَفْعَلْ فَمَا بَلَّغْتَ رِسَالَتَهُ يَا أَيُّهَا الرَّسُولُ بَلِّغْ مَا أُنزِلَ إِلَيْكَ مِنْ رَبِّكَ وَإِن لَمْ تَفْعَلْ فَمَا بَلَّغْتَ رِسَالَتَهُ. O Messenger of Allah, O Rasulullah, convey the message. If you do not convey this message, you have not conveyed any message. That was the message of walayat. If by not conveying, as the Quran says, the message of walayat, no message that Rasulullah had conveyed earlier, taharat, salat, zakat, sawm, hajj, jihad, all his teachings, nothing, all is invalidated if he does not convey the message of walayat. Then one who does all of these obligations but does not have walayat, how will his deeds be accepted? Mumineen, as Maulana Taher Fakhruddin Ridwanullahi alayhi has said, awwal walayat se akhir walayat.
اول ولایت چه آخر ولایت ایج چه غایت ایج نهایت قرآن آوی گھنی احمایت پھر کے چھے یہ سیج دین نورایت احناسی قائم چھے سر و فرائض احناسی ربانی فیض چھے فائز اللہ تعالی نو حمد تو کر جے سات دائم روح والا چھے جینے والا چھے فائز والا چھے جینے والا نہیں تینے بلا چھے دو زخم جینے تے سب جلا چھے اہل الولا نا خاطر چھے جنات یارو والا چھے آگ سی جنات اللہ تعالی نو حمد تو کر جے.
Muhabbat, the love of Amir al-Mumineen, Halid Deen illa al-Hub. The first chapter, the love, the muhabbat of the Almighty. The second chapter, the love, muhabbat of Rasulullah, of Amir al-Mumineen. And connected with that is the love of A'immat Tahireen. Allah Ta'ala has said in the Quran Majid, قُلْ لَا أَسْأَلُكُمْ عَلَيْهِ أَجْرًا إِلَّا الْمَوَدَّةَ فِي الْقُرْبَى. It is narrated that Ja'far al-Sadiq Imam Salawatullahi alayhi was asked about this verse, this ayat. قُلْ لَا أَسْأَلُكُمْ عَلَيْهِ أَجْرًا إِلَّا الْمَوَدَّةَ فِي الْقُرْبَى. That I do not ask you any reward except love of my qurba, my relatives, those who are close to me. Baqir Ja'far al-Sadiq Imam said that Ansar came to Rasulullah and said that, O Rasulullah, we were misguided and you guided us to the straight path. Allah Ta'ala gave us hidayat, guidance through you. We were weak, Allah Ta'ala strengthened us by you. Here is our wealth, our monies, we offer it to you in gratitude. Take from it what you wish. At that time, this verse was revealed Imam alayhi salam says that قُلْ لَا أَسْأَلُكُمْ عَلَيْهِ أَجْرًا إِلَّا الْمَوَدَّةَ فِي الْقُرْبَى, that I do not ask from you anything except that you love my qurba, those close to me, my relatives, literally relatives. Now, there are many tafsirs of this ayat that people do. Insha'Allah, on another occasion, possibly in Ashara Mubarakah, we will go into that in more detail. Our Hudat say that Abdullah, on the authority of Abdullah bin Abbas, that when this verse was revealed, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was asked, who are these relatives that we must love? If it was all relatives, then one of Rasulullah's relatives was Abu Jahl. All of those people were Rasulullah's relatives. This is not only relation of blood. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was asked, who are these? Rasulullah replied, Ali wa Fatima wa waladuha. Ali and Fatima and her descendants. Muhammadul Baqir Imam alayhi salam was asked about this verse, and he said, Hiya wallahi faridatun min Allah ta'ala wajibatun ala jami' al-ibad. Love of Ahle Bayt, Ali, Fatima, and her descendants, the Imams, is a farizat prescribed by the Quran. Imam alayhi salam says, Man ahabbana, one who bears love for us, hasharahu Allahu ma'ana yawm al-qiyamah. One who bears love for us, Allah Ta'ala will resurrect him on the day of judgment with us. He will be with us. Imam alayhi salam says, Al-mar'u yuhsharu ma'aman ahabba. Hashar, resurrection, is with one who you love. Mumineen, Maulana Taher Fakhruddin Ridwanullahi alayhi says in his qasida, Wajjahtu wajhi ilaykum ala yasina wa mattakhaztu siwa hubbi lakum deena.
وجهت وجهي إليكم على ياسينا وما اتخذت سوى حبي لكم دينا.
That I face towards you, sons of Yasin, Rasulullah's descendants, my Imams. وَمَا اتَّخَذْتُ سِوَى حُبِّي لَكُمْ دِينًا. My faith, the only faith that I have, is love and muhabbat for you. I have no faith and no religion other than that. أحبكم وأرى أن المحب لكم يحظى بخلد ويعطى حورها العينا.
أحبكم وأرى أن المحب لكم يحظى بخلد ويعطى حورها العينا.
I bear love for you, and I see that one who bears love for you, أن المحب لكم يحظى بخلد ويعطى حورها العينا. The one who bears love for you will attain salvation. He will attain Jannat. He will attain Hurul Ain. Mumineen, by virtue of our muhabbat, بحبكم تقبل الأعمال إن قبلت ويغفر الذنب للعاصين إن غفر.
بحبكم تقبل الأعمال إن قبلت ويغفر الذنب للعاصين إن غفر.
By virtue of your muhabbat, I bear muhabbat for you. أحبكم وأرى أن المحب لكم يحظى بخلد ويعطى حورها العين. We did bayan of this bait. And this other bait that we often recite, بحبكم تقبل الأعمال إن قبلت. That by virtue of my love for you, my deeds, my amal, my worship, my prayers are accepted. وَيُغْفَرُ الذَّنْبُ لِلْعَاصِينَ إِنْ غُفِرَ. And those who have sinned, their transgressions are forgiven by the virtue of my muhabbat for you. Mumineen, we offer hamd and shukr to Allah Ta'ala that we bear in our hearts muhabbat of Muhammad, Ali, Fatima, Hassan, Hussain. Their successors, the Imams, one Imam after another until the 21st Imam, Tayyib Imam. And even in the time of the Imam's seclusion, we bear love for his descendants, the Imams, until the Imam of our age, Tayyibul Asri wal Awan. We bear love for them. We profess and declare our allegiance to them at the hands of their du'at. Our love for our Imams is true because we love those whom they appointed as their representatives. We bear love for the du'at. As the love of the Imams is farizat in the time of seclusion, those who are in the seat of the Imam, qa'imina maqam al-Imam. The Imam has placed the da'i on his throne, on his takhat. Da'i chipan ginai che goya Imam, our Hudat have given us that true belief that he is a da'i, but for us in the time of seclusion, it is as if it is the Imam himself. Ja'akum imamun najibun fatimiyun ta'nu lahun nujaba'u.
جاءكم إمام نجيب فاطمي تعنو له النجباء.
Maulana Ali bin Hussain al-Walid says in his qasida, here he comes, here he comes. It is as if the Imam, Fatimi Imam, who has come amongst us. Mumineen, with that recognition and ma'rifat, our muhabbat for the du'at mutlaqeen, as we bear muhabbat for Panjatan and Aimmat Tahireen, we bear muhabbat in our hearts for their du'at. Each da'i, Babaji Sahib Maulana Khuzaima Qutbuddin, when his mother Bu Sahiba, Aminai Sahiba passed away, wrote this qasida, Shafa'atu Ahlil Bayte Lil Fawzi Damina, Biha Artaji Fawzan Li Ummiya Amina. That the Shafa'at, the intercession, the love of Ali Muhammad assures victory and najat. By virtue of that, I seek najat for my mother Amina. Babaji Sahib, in praise of Maulana Muhammad Burhanuddin, wrote this madeh. Tamari madeh che madeh sefedini. In that he said, Tamari muhabbat, Tamari walayat, najati nizamin chehle yaqini. Your muhabbat, your walayat is a guarantee for najat, for the people of belief, conviction and yaqeen.
Tamari muhabbat, Tamari walayat, najati nizamin chehle yaqini.
Mumineen, Maulana Taher Fakhruddin in a qasida in praise of Syedna Muhammad Burhanuddin wrote this verse. It's the first verse of the qasida. Halid dino illa hubbu Ali Muhammadi. Is faith anything but the love of Ali Muhammad? And the next part of the bayt is Bada'ihimi Burhanuddin in Muhammad. Is faith anything but the love of Ali Muhammad and the love of their da'i, Burhanuddin Muhammad? Mumineen, this is the true belief. We bear love for all du'at mutlaqeen, la sihima Maulana Tahir Saifuddin, la sihima Maulana Muhammad Burhanuddin, la sihima Babaji Sahib Maulana Khuzaima Qutbuddin. And we bear love in our hearts. Al-dino illa al-hub. That is our faith, that is our religion, that we bear love for Allah's awliya. For if we bear love for Allah's awliya, they guide us to Allah. and our love for the Almighty is true. Mumineen, as we attest and declare our love for Maulana Ali. Inni wallahi uhibbuka, as that servant of Bani Riyah did. Today, with this recognition, with this understanding of the meaning of love, we declare for Panjatan, especially Amir al-Mumineen on this day, Inni wallahi uhibbuka ya Maulaya. We declare for all our Imams, Inni wallahi uhibbuka ya Maulaya. We declare for all the Du'at Kiram, especially Dar Zaman, Maulana Taher Fakhruddin, with sincerity of our hearts, Inni wallahi uhibbuka ya Maulaya. Mumineen, may Allah Ta'ala grant longest life to Aqa Maulana Taher Fakhruddin by the virtue of Panjatan, Aimmat Du'at Mutlaqeen.
तमारी मदह छे मदह कुतुब दीनी मोहब्बत सी बोली जुबा मुमिनीनी तमारी मोहब्बत तमारी वलायत नजाती निज़ामिन छे अहले यकीनी छे फैली हुई रोशनी अंजुमन मां तमारी मुबारक मुनव्वर जबीनी इमामी कसर थई तमारा सियाबाद छे कितनी बुलंद शाम मकाना मकीनी.
Al-Din illa al-Hub, the first chapter, Muhabbat, true love for the Almighty, for our Creator. Ashuq Awwal, second chapter, Al-Din illa al-Hub, faith is love, religion is love. The love of Allah's awliya who guide us to Him. Panjatan, Aimmat, Du'at, especially Dar Zaman. The third chapter, Halid-Din illa al-Hub. There is much to be said about this also, insha'Allah. I will, in a few words, I will say a few words today. Love is what you desire. The teachings of our Hudat about love, what to desire. There are many such teachings. One teaching is very universal. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has said, and a similar teaching is attributed to Amir al-Mumineen also. Ahbib lin-nasi ma tuhibbu li-nafsika takun mu'minan. Our faith is love. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says that wish for others, love for others, desire for others, what you love for yourself, you will be a true mu'min, true believer. This one saying of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Amir al-Mumineen has a similar saying, Ahbib li ghayrika ma tuhibbu li nafsik. Love for others what you love for yourself. You will never love or wish for or desire hardship for yourself. Why would you do that for someone else? You would never desire pain. Why would you incur pain on someone else? You would want to be well fed and happy. Wish the same for everybody else. If you have been blessed, share your blessing with others. Love for others what you love for yourself. And that goes for worldly things. this guidance, love for others what you love for yourself. If you think about it, if each one of us followed this, if everyone in this world followed this, there is so much of Allah's bounty. There is no shortage of that. The shortage comes from greed, people's greed. Love for others what you love for yourself. Our desire that others also follow the path, true path that we are following, is also because we love for them what we love for ourselves. We want salvation for them as we have salvation and love salvation for ourselves. Mumineen, Maulana Taher Fakhruddin says in his qasida, Ahbib لغيرك ما تحب لنفسك انطق كل خير واجتنب أن تهذر. Mumineen, Maulana Taher Fakhruddin incorporates this kalam of Rasulullah and Amir Mumineen in his qasida. Ahbib لغيرك ما تحب لنفسك. Love and wish for others what you love and wish for yourself. There are many riwayats and zikrs in this Mumineen. Insha'Allah, on another occasion we shall recite them. But we bear in our hearts love for our Mawali Tahirin, Halid Deenu illa al-Hub. Love for the Almighty, Halid Deenu illa al-Hub. Love for His awliya kiram. The third time, Halid Deenu illa al-Hub. Our love for them entails that we follow their teachings. And love for others, what we love for ourselves. May Allah Ta'ala grant us the strength, the tawfiq, the direction to sincerely love our awliya. Amhid wala abanin nabiyyi wa akhlisi tuflih wa min asril hayula takhlusi.
أمحد ولا بني النبي وأخلصي تفلح ومن أسر الهيولا تخلصي.
Here in your walayat and muhabbat of Bani Nabi, the successors of your Nabi. Tuflih wa min asril hayula takhlusi. You will be victorious. You will win. And from the prison of this material world, hayula, you will attain freedom. Mumineen, we offer hamd and shukr to Allah Ta'ala that we have gathered on this Mubarak day. We offer the hamd that Maulana al-Muayyad al-Shirazi, we recite the hamd that Maulana al-Muayyad al-Shirazi recited. Alhamdulillah musharrif yawm al-Ghadeer bisahib yawm al-Ghadeer wal mukmil bi walayatihi deen al-Bashir al-Nadir. We offer praise and hamd and shukr to Allah Ta'ala who honored this day of Ghadeer by bisahib yawm al-Ghadeer, by virtue of Amir Mumineen, whose high station was made well known on the day of Ghadeer. Wal mukmil bi walayatihi deen al-Bashir al-Nadir, the one who completed by his walayat, by the farizat of his walayat, the deen, the religion of Rasulullah. Mumineen offer hamd and shukr on this Mubarak day. We declare Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa anna Muhammadan Rasulullah wa anna Aliyan Waliullah. We declare our muhabbat for Muhammad, Ali Muhammad and their du'at. And we pray salawat, Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammadin wa barik wa sallim. Mumineen, we beseech salawat and beseech dua, pray on this Mubarak day that may Allah Ta'ala grant us the rozi, the rizq, the blessing of muhabbat. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam has said, Man razaqahu Allahu alayat aliyin faqad asaba khayr ad-dunya wal akhirah. One whom Allah Ta'ala has given the rizq, the rozi, the wealth of muhabbat, walayat of Ali, he has attained the best of this world and the hereafter. May Allah Ta'ala grant us muhabbat. May Allah Ta'ala, by the virtue of muhabbat, accept our deeds. May Allah Ta'ala make our intention sincere in this muhabbat in our deeds. May Allah Ta'ala grant us muhabbat. Habbaba ilaykumul iman wa zayyanahu fi qulubikum. May Allah Ta'ala grant us love for our faith. May it adorn our hearts. زَيَّنَهُ فِي قُلُوبِكُمْ. May Allah Ta'ala grant us love for all those whom we live amongst. Allahumma thabbit liyal wudda fi qulubil mu'mineen. May Allah Ta'ala, by the virtue of our muhabbat, grant us peace, love, muhabbat in our households, with our family, with our spouses, with our parents, with our children, with our relatives, with our family, by the virtue of muhabbat of Muhammad and Ali Muhammad and the muhabbat of the Almighty. May Allah Ta'ala, by the virtue of this muhabbat and our prayers, by the virtue of Imam Zaman, spread peace in this world, alleviate hunger, alleviate misery, hardship, disease, pain. May Allah Ta'ala grant us strength to be a force for good. We love for others what we love for ourselves. May we make that a part of our life, our actions. May Allah Ta'ala grant us strength to build the community of Mumineen here in North America. A community that is brought together with love, respect, love of the Almighty, His awliya, and respect of each other. A community built on piety, Mumineen, bihamdillah. Last year we did bayan here in Ghadeer, Khum, in this markaz in Boston. 1 full year has passed. And insha'Allah, in a few days, we will gather in the name and love of Hussein, Imam alayhi salam. May Allah Ta'ala grant us strength to perform matam, to grieve, to remember Aqa Hussein in the holy days of Muharram, la siyama on Ashura. May our days and nights be spent in his remembrance. Mumineen, we spoke about love and what that entails. The Shuhada of Karbala, what did they do? For their love of Aqa Hussein and the love of Almighty, they sacrificed their souls. May Allah Ta'ala grant us strength, conviction, guidance, so that we may follow in our humble station in their lofty footsteps. Mumineen, may Allah Ta'ala raise the banner of Dawat in the highest heavens. May Allah Ta'ala vanquish the enemies of Dawat, those who bear enmity for Allah, His Messenger and His awliya and His du'at. Mumineen, may Allah Ta'ala grant longest time to Aqa Mawla, our Habib, whose muhabbat we declare. Inni wallahi uhibbuka ya Mawla, ya Mawlana Taher Fakhruddin. We offer shukr to Mawlana Taher Fakhruddin for the barakat he bestowed on the Mumineen of North America in Eid al-Adha. The dua he bestowed on us, on the board members of Anjuman-e-Fatimi, those who are doing khidmat in the service of Dawat, in the service of this community. One of the Mumineen there did aras for his children in Maulana's Hazrat, and he said, they bear muhabbat in their hearts for you. Maulana said these words, our religion, our faith is muhabbat, is love. Mumineen, may Allah Ta'ala, just as He has granted muhabbat in our hearts, grant that muhabbat, al-hubbu yatawarath. We hope that our children will inherit our wealth and our homes. May they inherit our love for Muhammad and Ali Muhammad, we pray on this Mubarak day. Mumineen, may Allah Ta'ala grant all our wishes, grant us health, grant us wealth, grant us all our aspirations and wishes, grant us success in education, in our careers, in our business. May Allah Ta'ala alleviate our difficulties and hardships. And on this Mubarak day, we beseech Allah Ta'ala, may He grant us strength and guidance, tawfiq, to be loyal to the misaq that we will give today. Mumineen, may the barakat of salawat continue till the day of Qiyamah.
شہ فخر دی مولانی حب دل موساوی لو اخلاص نئے دل پر صبغت نے چڑھاوی لو شہ فخر دی مولانی مولا
أوصيكم بتقوى الله وطاعته وخشيته ومراقبته. Mumineen, Muminat, on this Mubarak day of Ghadeer Khum, let us remember Aqa Hussain and his sacrifice. We recited this ayat of the Quran Majid. Nohana Sahib, the one who mourns and grieves for Rasulullah's successor, Amir al-Mumineen and Hussain Imam, says, فَلَيْتَ شَعْرِي أَكَانَ أَجْرُ مُحَمَّدٍ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَآلِهِ. It is narrated in the Quran Majid. The ayat is revealed in the Quran Majid. قُلْ لَا أَسْأَلُكُمْ عَلَيْهِ أَجْرًا إِلَّا الْمَوَدَّةَ فِي الْقُرْبَى. I do not ask any reward from you except that you love my qurba. Ali, Fatima, Hassan, Hussain. Muayyad al-Shirazi says, was the reward that they give to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi, that they usurp the mimbar, mihrab, the masjid from his successor Amir al-Mumineen, was the reward that they gave to Rasulullah, so-called Muslims, that they denied her inheritance of fadak, that they whipped her, that Lain Sani pulled his sleeves up and struck Fatima, caused her to have a miscarriage. Was that Rasulullah's reward? Or was Rasulullah's reward that Rasulullah's grandson, Fatima and Ali's Shehzada Hussain, they kept thirsty for 3 days, that they struck, killed, murdered 18 of Rasulullah's family members? Was Rasulullah's reward that they butchered Hussain in his sajda? Ya Hussain!
Ya Hussain! Ya Hussain! Ya Hussain! Ya Hussain! Ya Hussain! Ya Hussain! Ya Hussain! Hussain! Ya Hussain! Ya Hussain! Ya Hussain! कैसी थी वो मुसलमानी, कैसे थे वो कलमा गो, कैसे थे वो कलमा गो, अपने नबी के नवासे को रखा भूखा प्यासा है, रखा भूखा प्यासा है, घर में नहीं आबो दाना। या हुसैन! 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 या हुसैन!
Hussain alayhi salam, seeking Allah's rida and ridwan, seeking shahadat in the love of the Almighty, Ma'shuq awwal, bowed his head in sajda on the day of Ashura. Hussein's sajda symbolized that till the day of judgment, the imamat would continue in his succession. His dua, he beseeched dua for us. He symbolized that during the seclusion of the imam, the da'i would establish the imam dawat. And in his dua, mu'mineen, Hussain, each mu'min should recall that Hussain remembered me in his dua. Because of Hussein's dua, in his last sajda in Karbala, in Ashura, I am a Mumin today. Because of Hussein's dua, I am giving Misaq to Hussein's Da'i today. Because of Hussein's dua, I have love for Hussein. Ahle Bayt, Ashab, A'immat Tahirin, Du'at Mutlaqeen, Khamsat Athar in my heart because of Hussein's dua. Insha'Allah, we are Mumin today because of Hussein's dua. Insha'Allah, our children, Mumin. Love of Ahle Bayt, Awliya, the Almighty in their hearts, Mumin. Hussein is in sajda, Hussein is in dua. Lain Shimar, severed Hussein's noble head from his body. Ya Hussein!
Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein! Ya Hussein Yasin, 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 Yasin.
Hussein, by the virtue of Aqa Hussein, by the virtue of Abbas Alamdar, Wafadar, the most loyal servant, the most loyal brother of Hussein. May Allah Ta'ala grant us strength, tawfiq, to be loyal in our oath to Imam Zaman and his dahi. We remember Abbas and pray this prayer, Ya Abbas.
Ya Syedi, Ya Abbas, 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 Ya Syedi, Ya Abbas.
May Allah Ta'ala salawat and salam shower upon Aqa Hussein, his Ahle Bayt Ashab. May Allah Ta'ala salawat and salam shower upon Khamsat Athar, Immat Abrar, Du'at Akhyar, Mumineen, Muminat. On this day of Ghadeer Khum, this bayan, at the end of this bayan, I offer hamd and shukur, and after this bayan, now we shall recite Ahidul Awliya, take misaq of Mumineen as per the tradition of Dawat. We renew our oath, we reaffirm our faith, reaffirm our love for the Almighty. Khamsat Athar, Aimmat Abrar, Du'at Akhyar, La Siyama, Da'i Zaman, Imamul Zaman. Maulana Taher Fakhruddin in his Qasida a few years ago in Eid al-Fitr said, Halid Dino illa al-hubbu wallahu shahidu lihubbika ya ibn al-Mustafa ana ahidu. Faith is nothing other than love. My religion is love. And Allah Ta'ala bears witness that I give an oath that I love you, O son of Mustafa, Imam al-Zaman. I bear love for you. Mumineen, in this Mubarak Majlis, Halid Dino illa al-Hub, our faith is Muhabbat. We declare and affirm our faith in this Misaq. By the virtue of this faith, by the virtue of this declaration, by the virtue of this commitment, Najat, salvation is for us. We shall, insha'Allah, by the virtue of this Misaq, reunite with Ma'shuq Awwal, with the Almighty, in our hereafter. Mumineen, Muminat, we shall now begin the Misaq. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.